On this week's edition of A Beer and a Bet, we're handing out gold, silver and bronze medals. We're talking all things Mitch Beer racing, upcoming runners, horses that are heading to the trials, and of course the week that was. Don't miss Track Whispers, see who's flying at home, and of course the famous staking plan. That and much, much more on this week's episode of A Beer and a Bet.
Hello and welcome to A Beer and a Bet, the Olympic edition. G'day, Beery.
Gano, what's going on? Bring out my athletic side, a side that punters don't really get to see day to day, but here he is in all his glory. The old knife and can opener over here, and we're ready to launch.
Yeah, I've got the tightest swimming cap in the world on, so I'm not sure how long this will last, cutting off circulation to my head. I don't know how they do it, to be honest, but gee, it's been a good
You look
Olympics.
like
Your girl.
you know that TV that botched that the bad facelifts and that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you look like you're just about to go into a meeting and you've gone like the turkey facelift, and now you got to pay proper money to get it done properly. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not good.
I've been
It's
a
not
bit of
good.
strife. It's hey, Olympic Games been pretty impressive. You happy with your girl Foxy? She's flying.
Yeah, she's unreal. She's just gone to another level further away from a degenerate horse trainer at Kembla Grange. And for those of you that are listening without watching, you've currently got a child swimming cap on with goggles. I'm in a Hawks. This is an XL. It's not very impressive. It's an XL. I'm in a boob tube XL Hawks basketball, and I've cut up a beanie to represent somewhat of a sweatband,
Yeah, which will
which I
come
don't
back to
mind.
bite you
It's a
when
bit
it's too.
banana-rama.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
bit
it very
80s
much is.
banana-rama, but hey, whatever works.
No, you're killing it. And obviously, if you want to check out the footage, it's a sight to behold. You can go to our YouTube page, Mitch Beer Racing, and just type in A Beer and a Bet, and away you go.
Do we have YouTube now?
We've got YouTube, Vimeo. We are on every streaming platform
OnlyFans.
in the world. OnlyFans. We'll get to that later. Hey, what a week it's been. One winner, Vegas stream. Good to see old Vegas get the job done.
Well, thank God. I've never needed a Class One winner at the Sapphire Coast more in my life. Who we got here? Oh, Steph Grantel. Steph Grantel in the background.
Hey, Steph. Hey, Steph.
She actually exists. Oh, I've taken the car key off her. Good on you, Steph. Say hi to the punters. Yeah, see, she's a real person. She's not just some lady that we keep in the basement, make her to reply to everyone's emails. Um, yeah, Gano, a Class One, a lonely Class One at Albury on Monday, but geez, it salvaged something which could only be described as a wreck. The Sapphire Coast is one of the most putrid days I've ever had on a race course, and then drove 5 hours home, and then got into bed and just relived every moment of it, race by race, minute by minute, and then my alarm went off for the next morning. So it was terrific. Um, I told the punters last week that if they had $5 on every one of our runners, they'd come out in front. They most certainly aren't, because the $2 pop at Albury won, and the rest pretty much got their ass handed to. But that happens, and if you weren't leading and on the fence at the Sapphire Coast, then you may as well got a roast roll and sat in the car park, which I pretty much did for the last two races because we were absolutely cast.
Yeah, made it pretty tough down there, but we went and rolled the dice and didn't get a job done this time, but we will. We'll be back. We'll be back. And speaking of upcoming runners or horses that we can bounce back with, Zipperless heads to Rose Hill on Saturday in what's a pretty competitive race, but geez, drawn a treat.
Yeah, I think when the acceptances, I had him in the midway and the 3 and 4 year old. I think this time of year, there's not a lot of big guns around. Your spring horses aren't kicking off yet, and you better sort of 3 year olds to go on the paddock. So yeah, I think it's a lovely little race for him. I think a lot of horses. I made the mistake. I kept taking him back to the country because he was going so well. I just wanted to get that win, and he was, out of luck and not getting many favours. Took him to Hawkesbury, ran enormous. Thought he was a really good thing at Newcastle. He duly saluted, beat a pretty handy field there. So gets him with 53.5. Tyler Schiller drawn soft. He's rock hard fit. I think he'll be there for a while. It's be a good leveler to see where he's at. If he can be running in the first 4 there, not beaten far. We know we can put him away and maybe come back and target like a provincial championship, midway sort of preparation for it.
Yep, perfect. And yeah, he's right in the race. He's well weighted with Tyler Schiller, so competitive enough, but really interested to see how he goes there. Mate, we've got a couple going to Hawkesbury on Monday in the a couple of trials there, a couple going around for the first time. Let's kick off with Flying Sultan, though, the old boy.
Sorry, I'm just leaning back here so that the camera gets my sick tats. I didn't get them for nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
you either roll around in a wet cartoon or you
look at that. Bit of David Bowie. There's a bit going on there. Thank God you're only 17 months, I can assure you. But Flying Sultan heads back to the trials, the big beast. He was super last prep, went to another level. If he can come back and hold that form, which no reason he shouldn't, he's in for a ripping preparation. And a couple of nice, cheap, young 2-year-olds that have just turned 3. But to sort filly's a ripper. She's a half to Zipperless, God bless her. And by a stallion who's just come out of the box from nowhere. He's humming along. Both jumped out really well. They're probably a preparation behind most the horses their age, but they've got where they have on a bit of ability, and the other ones are only falls rush in, a little Shalar. Both jumped out really well. So they'll go to the trials, win, lose, or draw. They'll go to paddock on Tuesday and have a month off. But quite like the way both of them jumped out here 10 days ago.
Good stuff. We've got a few going in the jump outs tomorrow at Camberlaw as well. Big Gorillo going around. How many do we have going around the jump outs?
9 jumping out tomorrow. Some new, some old, Artful Persuasion. This is the moment. Big Apollo missions going around. Couple of younger horses as well. Nice Horse Sunrise for the Triple J crew. Mr. Metrics, who's been off the scene for a while. He's not without his fair share of ability. I think he won his last start by 4 or 5 lengths for a little injury. So, good crew. It feels like a bit of, the weather's changing. It's warmer days. So looking forward to getting these horses sort of up and to the next level tomorrow.
Springs in the
air.
There's
nothing I love more than a unofficial, unrecorded jump out. And a couple of them are having their second, and I'm trying to, 2 of them in particular, I'm trying to not take to the trials.
Yeah.
But we'll see how we get on tomorrow. That'll be next week's segment. Although there's every man and dog's doing his trial file, jump out, spotter, trial, perv.
Yeah, you won't find these. Don't bother looking.
That market's very taken, but we'll just do our what jumped out okay at Kembla segment next week.
Yeah, yeah, exactly right. Speaking of track work whispers, what have you got for us? Fumiko was in the black book last week for us. I'm assuming she's still going quite well. Anything else to add to the track work whispers?
Oh, she's ticking along well. A horse that's stepped up this week is 2-year-old's just turned 3 today. By Justify, called Backburn. He's a really nice horse. I love the way he galloped on Tuesday morning. Looked like he had plenty more to give. He's a horse that was gelded and put away, and it's taken a little bit of time, but like what I saw, I think there's plenty more for him to give. And we're not even selling shares in him, not just spruiking one up to and then do the old set them up and then and there's 20% available. We wouldn't do that. They're not those sort of people.
We're not there yet.
Just a nice horse that the team should be looking out for. Speaking of looking out for, just pick Steph Grenthal from the airport.
Yeah.
She's doing some preparation for the open day.
Preparation or all of it?
Preparation. She doesn't have to pay. She only have to organise. I have to pay for everything. She's hit me. I just spoke to the caterers at 140 something for the open day on Sunday.
Huge.
There'll be gold coins at the gate.
Huge. I love it.
Don't worry about this. Don't worry about the Salvation Army. Don't worry about Rotary. There'll be Mitch Beer Racing tin rattlers going around at the open day on Sunday. Be
Good
cast.
stuff. 140. That's good. I haven't RSVP'd yet with my 20, so that'll be good. 160 sounds a plan.
Right.
And you'll be able to keep on the Great Northerns forever.
Well, that's why after what I'm going to have to fork out for the weekend and barely covering the fuel bill to the Sapphire Coast, I'm surprised this isn't a Great Northern Zero from 7-Eleven, but I don't deserve any more this week. I've done the punters no favors, and I'm not going to be splashing out on some fancy craft beer and rubbing it in their face because when the punters are down, we're all down.
I'm not. I'm flying. This is an Eakin Brewery
Yeah.
Bloodshot Red IPA. So I'm down and
Because you're a
out.
dog,
Yeah.
because you're a dog, and you tipped that stupid thing in the midway,
Yeah.
and poor November Falls. She was in the car park. They were running 11 seconds, and she was in the car park.
I know.
And you're spruiking Gerald Ryan. I don't know how many Group Ones he's won.
I know.
40
Too many.
in the midways. Come on, that's it.
Yeah. How's Gerald landed
That's
there?
a bit rough.
Bit going
You got
on.
to take
isn't
on
it?
Gerald Ryan in the midways. Yeah. Anyway, good on you, Geno.
Could be worse. You could be Darlun trying to take on Masara in the highways with his $1.2 million Queen horses. Poor old Dar.
Yeah, that's a bit rich.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it? Hey,
What
anyway.
about an interesting stat? First two races run of this season.
Yep.
1.1 and 1.5 million dollar yearlings winning maidens at Hawkesbury.
Gee whiz.
Don't need to spend a lot of money to be getting those sort of results.
No, no, that's it's interesting stuff, isn't it? Hey,
Unless you want to spend that sort of money, and then there'll be an email below and a contact number. You don't even bypass Steph if you want to spend that sort of money.
Yeah.
Straight direct.
Straight to Mitch Beer Racing. Hey, speaking of affordable and targets, and this is no spruik because this horse is nearly sold out. I do believe there's a little bit left in it, but Alicia Roma, I'll share this one with the punters. You called me up and you wanted to know what the date of the Warra was. And I thought I'd just be happy to win a benchmark 72, but the 25th of November, the Warra last year, can't be too far away. $300,000 race, and you've got your sights set on that for Alicia Roma.
Well, when you get up at 3, Geno, and it's 4 degrees and the wind's coming in sideways, you got to, even though it's probably not realistic, you got to think about more.
Got a dream.
You need more. Well, you need an extra sugar in your coffee and a race that's a little bit higher than a benchmark 72. I'll take a benchmark 72, no dramas. But, I was sitting there this morning, I was thinking, Gong Day, it's going to be a big day. I think there's a 1,000-meter race for Alicia Roma. Bang, we're on.
You betcha. That's the Warra. Shoot us an email if you're keen to get involved. That's the dream. Anyway, who knows? Who knows where we'll get to there? Hey, you're going to give out some medals for us. You've taken the headband off. It's clearly too sweaty. You've destroyed a beanie, so there goes $8 worth of beanie down the drain. If you've got a beanie,
It was a Mitch Beer Racing one, so it was only 4.
You might be able to pick one of that at the salvos for 2. You got a gold, silver, bronze, medals for the 2024 season. What have you got for us?
Well, firstly, it's a terrible 24 hours for racing Twitter and racing social media because everyone gets on there last night and they do their season review post. We had 28 winners. We had this. We had. No one cares. No one cares.
Yeah.
It's not our horse. If it's not your horse, and if there's not a check coming in 2 weeks, people only care about your next winner, not your last 4. So for starters, wipe that, and then you have to get all the carrot and happy birthday, horse things today. It's a bit much. That's all I'm saying.
It's horrific viewing. And are you going to?
You asked me 3, 2, 1. You asked me to give me a bit of gold, silver, bronze highlights throughout the year. Well, I'm going straight to on course catering. And because they are the true highlights of my year, we're going to give the bronze to the Maruya hot dog, not only for how good it was, but people who say you can't eat value have never had a hot dog at Maruya.
Love it.
It's outstanding. I got a bit above myself and
how many?
Said that I said that I'd eat 3.
Yeah.
And I ate 1.5 and I was physically ill.
Okay.
They're huge, right?
Are you a tomato sauce mustard operator, or do you?
And to be fair, they're more of a Kransky than a hot dog.
That's
But
good. You needs
yeah,
to
there's a
be.
lot going on. It's like a loaded dog.
What are we having on your loaded dog before we go? Because there'll be questions. We want to answer them.
Bacon, cheese,
Oh,
mustard. I like mustard barbecue sauce on the pig. I think
nice little
it's
combo.
outstanding. Yeah, and they do it in like the crispy banh mi
Oh,
roll as well. Yeah, they don't, mate. They don't muck around. They don't
I have to
just
send
get
one to
it.
Maria.
You don't just get a bronze medal for showing up.
Yeah.
I'm sure they put 4 years of training into that hot dog as well.
Right, give us your
Silver,
silver.
the carrot cake at Narandra.
Ooh.
I miss it so much. It's probably one of the biggest things about training down that way. And the good people at Narandra sent one home for me on Cup Day. We had a couple of runners down there, and they packed one in the old Arnott's biscuit tin, wrapped up in butcher's paper. I just thought it was like a sewing kit from your nan's house, but there was a carrot cake inside of it, which was terrific. So they're going to be great. And number one is just peerless when it comes to on-course catering, and that is the back dining room at Hawkesbury. I would go there without a runner just for lunch. It is the most outstanding place. I don't know where to start. The chicken satay, the schnitzel, the pot pie was a real highlight. I just look forward to going to Hawkesbury. We always whack away, run fourth, and get our ass handed to, but you go home full with a good feed. It's hard to be unhappy. So the good people at Hawkesbury keep doing what you're doing, and they're a Max venue as well. They dish out Pepsi Max like it's nobody's business, and it doesn't go unnoticed. Not for me, anyway.
Right, I love that. That's good gear. So big round of applause to Hawkesbury. I can't wait to get out there and try some of the food there. Hey, I got a gold, silver, bronze. Mitch Beer Racing horses you've trained this year and performances. I want yours as well. You're going to have to make this up on the run, but I'm going to kick off the big M. We're going to give Menmouth the gold medal uh, for his win in the July stake. Was it the July? Or was it the June stakes? What did they call that race?
Oh yeah, Bob Charlie.
The Bob Charlie.
Probably already changed
Huge.
names since
Every
then.
they keep changing names, but huge win, big performance, clear gold medal winner. I'm giving Flying Sultan the silver. His effort down at Kembla Grange that day was that was something else. I'm really looking forward to him coming back in there. And well, old Greg, old mate of mine down there, he put in an absolute ripper down on the Sapphire Coast, and that was one of my most favourite wins of the year. So, old Greg gets in there with a bronze medal, mate. What have you got for us? You just want to? Have you got a gold, silver, or a bronze, or you just want to
Well,
throw a
mate, I
gold
think
out?
I think your gold and silver are pretty bang on.
Yeah.
For bronze, for mine, I reckon it was a little horse I brought online called Kung Fu Fighting.
Ooh.
I paid $2,200 for him. He rocked up. He raced 10 days later, and he won at Wagga, and picked up 14 grand for a very, very nice owner, who is well in need of it, aka me.
Yeah.
Uh, so we turned two into 14, and that was it for Kung Fu Fighting. He was done after that, but God bless him. I didn't know I needed it at the time, but 3 weeks later, I don't know what I would have done without that 14. I think we are moving up here around that sort of time. And I just thought, geez, you just sometimes you get a winner and you don't know how bad you need them until 2 or 3 weeks later.
Love it. Kung Fu Fighting. That was a nice, impressive win as well. Hey, we're working on this golf day, and we both spent a bit of time in pro shops over the years, and dealing with the pro shops is well, it's as difficult as dealing with Medicare and Centrelink. It is an absolute debacle, but we are working hard on getting this golf day.
And the people that you get in a pro shop are
Oh,
the people that would go to Tabs when Tab shops were like really
yes.
popular.
Yeah.
It's just the biggest eclectic mix of
Oh,
demographics and nationalities. Now that they don't have those tabs at shopping centers and
yeah.
down the street, I think they all just go to pro shops and play golf, because
Hang out.
the people that just walk into pro shops are
Oh.
absolutely obscene.
Exactly right, and hence why every pro shop staff's half cast, because they got to deal with that. We're looking to do a golf day, 13th of September, and the 14th of September back up with a race day. The golf day is more than likely going to be locked in. Make sure you let us know. We've got
Yeah, we'll
50
have a hit of golf
spots.
on the Friday, a feed on the Friday night,
Yep.
and then Kembla Grange races on the Saturday. And if that doesn't tickle your fancy, well, you're in the wrong stable.
100%. We've got 50 spots available, so it means there's 48 spots remain. Make sure you let us know. A few of you already have, probably 10 or so already have, but just confirm again, 13th and 14th.
Apart from John Casey,
Yeah,
he
50,
texts through,
47 left.
mate, that bloke could have stopped COVID. You know who you are, John. Nothing makes me more concerned when we buy a yearling and he texts through and says, I'll have 10% because
Yeah, can't win.
he's just terrible lucky. He's half a decent bloke and we put up with him.
Yeah, he's a good man. Hey, so 13th, 14th, I think the plan is, Beer, we're going to play golf maybe in the afternoon so we can get carts because you refuse to walk. Then we'll go out for a meal. And then Saturday, I'm going to do the form like nobody's ever done the form before. And we're going to get
And we'll just punt
every
up a storm.
single cent that we spend on Friday night back and much, much more. And we would absolutely dominate Kembla Grange and wherever else we are racing on the 14th. So let us know, Mick at mitchbeerracing.com.au, or hit up Mitch or Steph and just send us through. Let us know if you're interested in one or both of those events, and we'll do it. Righto. Has Steph got back? Is she arrived back in the house? Has she got a staking plan for us, or are you just going to make it up on the road?
I'll tell you how good Steph's going. She's staying in a lovely hotel by the water for the weekend because I don't want her to stay with me and the two Irish blokes because I don't want her to quit. Flemington this time, so she's got the right track sorted. She's off to a flyer. Race 9, number 4, can be a handful, but I think Mark Zara can make the difference this time out. So even not only tips but comments as well from Stephanie Gately.
That's pretty impressive stuff from Steph there. What do you got for us?
Mate, I feel bad. I feel bad suing the punters into anything. At least we had one winner over the weekend. I reckon that
you can bank your 100 if you like.
Nah, you know what? I'll just have 25. I'll have 50 to place on Zipperlist.
Like that.
I don't know if he can win, but I think he can run really, really well.
Maths to perfection at Rosehill.
I've backed him to place. I'm more than happy.
Well, if you've backed in the place, there's a fair chance he wins. So just something of note there for the punters. Mate. Yeah, that's good to have, mates. Let's go to Rosehill. I think there is a winner in the first race 1, number 8 in percent. You're getting around $5. Looks a really good bet. Easy bet to have. Luckless last start. Should have won, and I suggested to be winning this time. So I'll have my $100 on it. Hey, mate, that's about it for a beer and a bet. I hope everyone that is watching, listening, is coming down to the open day just to make sure that bill continues to rise. We look forward to it. When you're down there, make sure you say g'day, introduce yourself, and we really look forward to catching up with everyone.
No, it should be a great day, and there'll be plenty of laughter, plenty of beers had, and just come and say hi, and please give that they may grow, because there'll be a GoFundMe link down the bottom to pay for all you bastards on Sunday.
Good stuff. Look forward to it. We'll catch everyone on Sunday. Make sure you do share, like, comment, do your best to get this out there, and one day we might be able to have a prize to give away. Bye for now.